The internet is like a global campfire, where people share scary stories in the dark. Only instead of sitting around a fire, we're hiding behind screens. And instead of ghost stories around Halloween, we get weird myths any day of the week. In this episode, we'll be looking at 9 of the strangest stories that have gone viral online. From creepypastas to urban legends. Let's dive in. 1. Why the internet loves legends. Have you ever seen an image so creepy that it gave you goosebumps? Maybe it was a grainy black and white photo of a shadowy figure standing in the woods, or a distorted video of something moving just out of frame. With just a few clicks, these eerie visuals can spread across the internet, going viral and capturing the imaginations of people around the world. We love to be scared, but there's something extra thrilling about online mysteries. It's like playing a digital game of telephone where the story gets more outrageous with each retelling. So why does the internet go crazy for these creepy tales? Well, it might have something to do with our natural curiosity about the unknown. Or maybe it is just plain fun to share a good scare. Whatever the reason, these urban legends and horror stories have become a staple of internet culture and continue to fascinate and terrify us to this day. And today, we will be covering some of the most bizarre ones that have ever been shared. Slender Man. From meme to myth. The internet has given rise to many strange and fascinating characters over the years. One of the most prominent and enduring is none other than the Slender Man himself. This fictional figure first appeared in a Photoshop contest hosted on the Something Awful forums in June of 2009, created by Eric Knudsen, better known as Victor Surge. This meme quickly grew beyond the original contest and evolved into one of the most recognizable fictional characters of the 21st century. In fact, this supernatural entity is now considered a cultural icon of the internet. The appeal of the Slender Man is likely due to his mysterious and ambiguous nature. Unlike traditional horror figures such as Freddy Krueger or Hannibal Lecter, the Slender Man has no backstory or definitive origins. Instead, he simply appears in photographs taken by unsuspecting hikers in the woods, leading to speculation and fan theories regarding his true identity and motivations. His faceless appearance also adds to his allure, allowing those who encounter him to fill in the blanks with their own imaginations. However, it's important to note that despite his popularity, the Slender Man is not a real person and should not be confused with any actual missing persons. As Victor Surge himself has stated, I think people subconsciously understand that he's not real, but they play along anyway because it's fun. That said, the character has inspired countless pieces of fan art, music, literature, and even games. But overall, the impact of the Slender Man on internet culture is undeniable. He is a prime example of how online communities can come together to create something truly special, even if it's only in our collective imaginations. The Momo hoax. In 2018, the internet went wild for a different kind of scary story. Social media users began sharing disturbing images of a sculpture of a woman with bulging eyes and a sinister smile, and warning others about a horrifying game called Momo. According to rumors, if you interacted with the sculpture in real life, your deepest fears would come to life. But what makes this story particularly intriguing is that there is no confirmed report of anyone being harmed after coming into contact with Mom. Despite this, the legend quickly spread like wildfire through various online communities, causing many to believe that the game was real, and that they could be next if they did not spread the word. The Momo challenge seemed to take on a life of its own. Some even claimed that the game had led to suicides and other acts of violence, although these claims were never substantiated with evidence. As the hype surrounding the game grew, so did the panic. Parents and authorities alike became increasingly concerned about the potential dangers of social media and the ease with which false information can spread online. Media outlets jumped on the story, further fueling the fire and solidifying the Momo hoax as one of the internet's most terrifying tales. The challenge that wasn't. As the internet grew, so did our fascination with all things paranormal. One particularly chilling rumor that began circulating online was the story of a mysterious game that promised untold horrors to those who dared to play. Known simply as the Challenge, this alleged game was said to have been hidden away from the public eye, shrouded in mystery, and whispered only in hushed tones by those who knew of its existence. The rules were simple: find the hidden game and prepare for the worst. Those who completed the challenge were said to be rewarded with a terrifying prize, one that would haunt their nightmares forever. But while the legend of the challenge continues to persist, there is no evidence that it's anything more than a hoax. There are no official records or reports of the game, only rumors and speculation from those who claim to have played it. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the story of the challenge continues to capture the imaginations of internet users who are fascinated by the idea of a hidden game with terrifying consequences. The allure of the unknown and the promise of a thrilling scare have led many to search for the challenge, hoping to uncover the truth behind the legend. Polybius, the ghost arcade game. The legend of Polybius is a chilling tale of a mysterious arcade game that supposedly haunted those who played it. The game was allegedly created by a shadowy government agency in the early 1980s. It was designed to be an immersive and highly addictive experience. Players who came into contact with Polybius reported a range of strange and unsettling side effects, from sudden memory loss to uncontrollable urges to keep playing. But despite the game's alleged popularity, there is no physical proof that it ever existed. All we have are grainy photos and secondhand accounts of those who claim to have played it. So did Poltergeist really exist, or is it just a figment of our collective imagination? Well, it's possible that the legend was inspired by a combination of real history and creative license. The 1980s was a time of rapid technological advancement, and the gaming industry was no exception. Many experimental and unconventional games were released during this era, and it is possible that some of these games may have inspired the creation of Polybius. Additionally, the government's interest in the human brain and behavior during this time period may have also contributed to the legend. Researchers were eager to learn more about how the mind works, and they experimented with various methods to influence brain activity. While there's no evidence that they created a haunting arcade game, the possibility remains that some of these experiments may have had unintended consequences that inspired the story of Polybius, the backroom's viral liminal horror. The backrooms is a terrifying concept that originated from a random photo posted on Reddit in 2019. The image showed a vast, empty room with yellowed walls and carpeted floors, seemingly endless in its repetition. It was labeled as a level 0 of the backrooms, a metaphor for the idea that this place goes on forever. But what makes the backrooms so fascinating is how it quickly grew into a massive collaborative universe of sorts. Over time, thousands of levels have been documented, each more bizarre and unsettling than the last. But the backrooms aren't just a collection of creepy photos and descriptions. It's a collaborative storytelling project where people build on each other's ideas and share their own experiences and theories. There are entire video games based on the concept of the backrooms, and the story continues to evolve as more people contribute to it. But what is it about the backrooms that has captured the public imagination? Perhaps it's the feeling of liminality, that sense of being in a transitional space between levels that feels uncomfortable and unsettling. Or maybe it's the infinite repetition of the same bland surroundings that drives us crazy. Whatever the reason, the backrooms have become one of the most popular examples of collaborative world building in recent internet history. Why these stories stick? So why do these eerie tales resonate with us so deeply? Well, it's a mix of psychology and sociology. First off, fear plus curiosity equals viral potential. It's hardwired into us to be afraid of what we don't understand. And what better way to tap into those primal emotions than with a creepypasta or urban legend? But it's not just the fear factor. The internet rewards engagement. Let's face it, a chilling story sticks with you long after you've heard it. So whether it's a spooky season or just a Tuesday afternoon, these viral yarns keep us on the edge of our seats and clicking. But it's not just about the individual stories, it's also about the community aspect. When faced with the unknown, we seek comfort in numbers, and that's where these stories thrive. They encourage us to share our thoughts, experiences, and warnings, creating a sense of connection and belonging. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with information, these eerie tales offer a welcome distraction. They're a chance to escape from reality and immerse ourselves in a world of make-believe, if only for a few minutes. How to tell what's real? Before you share that terrifying tale you just read online, it's crucial to spot red flags. Look out for sensational headlines, and most importantly, no sources. It's also wise to avoid websites that use emotional manipulation or pressure you to click through. To verify any story, Check reputable news outlets, fact-checking websites, and official sources. Don't forget to consider the source and be cautious of biased or unverifiable information. Remember, a little skepticism can go a long way in the battle against misinformation. So before you fall victim to an online hoax, take a moment to think critically and verify the information before sharing it with others. You could save yourself and others from falling for another viral lie. Final reflection. These strange stories captivate us, connect us, and sometimes even mislead us. Whether they're spooky, silly, or surreal, they reflect how the internet shapes modern myths. So which one fascinated you the most? Feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments below.